Hey guys, just doing our week 3 update here for the 2026 spring cover crops, our oats and peas here in Northeast Iowa. It is Friday, April 3rd today. It rained all day today, pretty much all day yesterday, and then it's supposed to rain again this evening tonight. But I found a quick break in the rain here. We're about to check the rain gauge on both sides of the field. Tomorrow is Saturday, April 4th, and that will mean the cover crops have been in the field 3 weeks on one side of the field and 2 weeks on the other side. So stay tuned here. I'll get you a video of the rain gauge and videos of both sides of the field. Here we go, folks. We got about 2¼ inches so far, and it is supposed to rain a bit more tonight. So we will probably be between 2½ and 3 inches by the end of the day today. All right, folks, I found a row you can see the line still on. The ground is settled really nice, but look at that. We have got some green coming up through. Over there especially, there's a nice spot right there. But yep, we got our oats coming up here through the soil. That is looking awesome. So we are 20 days removed on this side, 21 days tomorrow, and we have our cover crops just starting to pop up through here. Like I said, it's April 3rd today, so we got about another month, a little over a month probably, till we have to plant our soybeans into these cover crops and then roller crimp them right away. So our beans come up really nice. So yeah, that is just awesome. There we go, folks. Like I said, we're doing this all organic, but there is some weed competition, it looks like, so far. Here is one of our terraces. Like I said, it rained 2¼ 2 3/10 of an inch-ish, somewhere in there. And we got some standing water here on this terrace, which a little bit of our crop is underwater right there, but not much. Most of our field is up on a hill. We just got a couple spots where we have some drainage that could be improved a little bit. Here in this part of the field, folks, we got a lot of weed competition, especially by this water I just showed you. A lot of green weeds coming up, but hopefully our covers and our roller crimping will take care of the weeds and shade everything out. Here we go, guys. You can kind of see the lines where the roller went over. We do have some green popping up in the rows. Oh yeah, our oats are coming up, just breaking the surface of the ground about an inch so far. But yeah, that is good to see. Our covers will be popping here shortly, and you can see way down there, right where all the water drains up there in that little slope, some weed competition again in this part of the field. I'm gonna go to the other side of the field now and get you an update on the plants that have only been planted for about 2 weeks instead of 3 weeks. But over here, I got some more. There's more of our oats coming up in the lines. There we go. Here we go, guys. This is the last part I'm going to show on the 3-week side of the field. But as you can see, this shows really well a nice line of oats that is coming up very nicely. Yeah, we got a lot of moisture with all this rain. We got some lightning. This stuff is gonna pop awesome here in the next couple of weeks. We'll plant our beans right into these green covers. Spooked some deer way in the back. Trying to zoom in for you guys. This is very interesting, folks. So this part of the field was planted 13 days ago, so 2 weeks ago tomorrow. And in these lines here, you cannot see any of the oats or peas popping up. It's all just small weeds so far, especially right here in front of me. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit. You can kind of see the lines here, right here, right here. They just aren't coming up. So that 1 week difference in planting is a huge difference right now from what I can see above ground. I'm gonna dig in below ground here and see if I can find any plants below ground, and then I'll do a wrap up for our week 3 update. Here guys, I pulled up one of our oat plants here. This part's probably about 2.5, 3 inches. And that was breaking the surface of the ground. It's got a nice long root structure. I'd say about 2-inch roots, 2.5, 3 foot sprout. But I tried to clean it off as best I could. It is very mushy. It just rained over 2 inches here. But here, I'll try and hold it up. There we go. There is our oat plant. The roots are going down great. That is a 20-day plant. It's 21 days tomorrow. I'm gonna put her back here and go take a video at the truck for you. All right, folks, we're right at about 2 1/4 over the last, I would say 36 hours, 36, 40 hours or so. All right. Perfect. Got plenty of rain for our covers. Now we just gotta hope for warm days ahead. All right, guys, just wanted to do a recap here quick. Like I said earlier, it is April 3rd, Friday. We had cover crops in the ground 3 weeks and 2 weeks tomorrow. The west side of the field is 3 weeks. The east side is 2 weeks. The west side is doing a lot better. The west side has broke the surface of the ground by anywhere from 1/4 to 1.5 inches, I would say. The longest oats I found were 5 to 6 inches total, from tip of the sprout all the way down to the end of the root. But yeah, they're looking great. And our plan here, just to recap, our plan is we plant spring cover crops early, the earliest we can get in, which was about mid-March here in northern Iowa. Then we are going to plant our organic soybeans right into the cover crops with our no-till drill. And then we will roller crimp within a couple of days after that. Roller crimp all the cover crops before the beans come up. That way the cover crops will die, shade out the weeds. There is some weed competition and we don't want to spray because we're trying to be organic here. But then we will roller crimp all the cover crops. The beans will come up slow, and then once the beans start growing fast, after about a month of growth usually, it takes some for them to get out of the ground and start going pretty good. Then hopefully the beans will shade out the cover crops and the rest of the weeds. The dead cover crops will die and leave all their nutrients to soak into the soil all summer. And then the beans will use all that fuel to grow and hopefully grow a good yield. We're just shooting for the best yield we can. This is our first year farming ever. So that's kind of our plan. We're in, I would say, about stage 2 of the plan. Stage 1.5, we planted our cover crops. Now we're waiting on stage 1.5. Then stage 2 is plant soybeans. And stage 3 is roller crimp. Then stage 4 is watch the beans grow and watch the weeds and see if we'll have to cultivate or any of the weeds, or see if the beans are doing okay. And then hopefully the beans will shade out the covers and they'll just grow up and grow nice and big over the summer. So there's our recap for week 3. Stay tuned. I will post a short, and then this long video will be our official week 3 update. The shorts are doing a little better, but I like these longer videos for updates, especially now that the crops are coming out of the ground. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next week for week 4. Thanks, guys.